Hello, welcome to the hot seat. This is Suzy Zimba on Mwanga's finest. Brian Sakulenga is a renowned figure in terms of football administration in the NorthWestern province. He is also the immediate past, youth representative in NorthWestern province. He's here with me. I want to discuss with him the fact that he's also vying for the chairmanship of the province at that level, and we want him to share with us, what is there for us in terms of football, what we expect from him, and all that. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Zimbandi. How are you?
Fine. Thank you very much. You look so tired. I'm sure you've been moving around in terms of the campaigns.
Exactly. Sure. I've been trying to cover up. There was that disturbance of allowing us to begin our campaigns due to those appeals and that confusion which you actually know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, quickly, you are vying for the FAZ, NorthWestern province representative at that level in terms of football administration as a chairman. What is there for you in terms of what actually you're going to bring to the fore, football-wise?
Thank you so much, Zimba. To start with, I feel I'm actually ready to take up the challenge, looking at the vast experience that I have had for some time now. So since 1998, I've been in leadership. I've been playing football as well as sponsoring and training young people at the same time. I was a player and also running a few teams. I had 2 teams that I was running from 1998 to date. And looking at what I've gone through so far, at some point, I was appointed in 2012 as the Airtel coordinator for NorthWestern province. And I was able to execute my duties diligently. During that time in 2013, I remember I was coming from Chavuma after selecting a few players from there, Chavuma, Zambezi, Kabompo, and Manyinga. Now on my way back to Solwezi, I was even involved in an accident. And so, in short, what I'm trying to say is that I have much experience to be able to run the province this time around.
Sure. You were the youth representative in the recent, in the recent,
I am this. I'm still the youth representative.
You are the incumbent, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, what is there for you? Why have you decided to go to the top position as opposed to returning to your?
Okay, thank you, Zimba. Time is what determines what man requires to do in his lifetime. All this long, I've been trying to prepare myself for this position, and I feel this time around, it is my time to be able to get the mantle and be able to run my province, be able to provide leadership, because so far I've been looking at what we've been going through as one of the concerned citizens and an official from these clubs. I think the problems which we've been facing, which we are still facing up to now, I'm able to work on them. I'm able to do better than the way things are being run.
Sure. You've talked about time. Is it time that is actually driving you, or is it's the will to develop football in NorthWestern province?
I have that passion. And looking at how things are moving, looking at how at the rate at which football is being developed in the province, I feel we are not doing very well. And so those areas which need to be, the gray areas which need to be worked on, are the ones that I'm going to tackle. For example, as a province, we need a voice at that level, at national level, where you'll be able to convince the other people that are at the national, those that are involved in selecting of players, those that are involved in preparing the players at national level, will be able to talk to them and tell them to be able to reach out in all areas. Let me say in all the provinces. For example, Northwestern Province. Northwestern Province has got natural talent, which when identified and it nurtured, we can actually go a long way. So I feel our kids, our children here need to have someone who will be able to push them up, someone who will be able to represent them accordingly. And then also, of late, if you've seen what is going on, referees have joined the politics. They are also campaigning for the incumbent. They are busy trying to talk to football administrators so that they can win them and be able to boost support for the incumbent, which is very wrong. This is why even their performance is not professional. So we need professional referees. We need to do everything professionally. Coaching, sports medicine, refereeing, all areas, including administration. And this is why even disciplinary cases where the team defaults and they are supposed to appear before the disciplinary committee, you'd find only one or two people are making decisions in that case. So that is killing our football. That is making our football not to grow. That's making our football to be stunted, and we are not going anywhere. So what is lacking is actual leadership, which I want to provide.
Sure. You have very good points. Maybe I would ask you this question, like to say, were you not bringing those points in your committee when you had those meetings?
Yes, Zimba. You know, in football, what it is we have 5 people that are running that belong to EXCO, the provincial EXCO. Now, if you have got a point to contribute to the development of football, and then it is not supported by the rest, it falls off.
So you're saying there was a lapse in terms of communication. You're not working in unison, sort of.
The kind of leadership that we've had, that is there, is where someone knows everything. You cannot make any contribution. You cannot bring out any new ideas. You cannot be allowed to function the way you are supposed to function. And so you discover that most of the other EXCO members would just go back with their points, go back with their good ideas, and just keep them home and say no one will be able to embrace, no one will be able to receive, sure, more especially the top position.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. You are battling it out, I would say, in a not so easy contest, because obviously you are in the likes of Arthur Kamuroso, who is in the incumbent. He's been there at the helm of that leadership for so many years, and probably even some experiences there. What new things probably are you going to bring to the fore so that people can actually buy into that?
Thank you so much, Zimba. Leadership is in different ways. Even when it is not bearing fruit, it is also another kind of leadership that someone is providing to the people.
Sure.
Me, the first thing that I would want to do is to be able to have an open mind, be able
open door policy.
Yeah, open door policy. Yes, be able to accept contributions, correction from the people that are running, because the people that are running teams, these officials, they understand the challenges very well and better than someone who has never run a team. Me, I own 2 teams. These two teams, one is Solwezi United, which is being now sponsored by the Solwezi Municipal Council, and the Solwezi Young Snipers, which where I am also the proprietor also of the same team. Okay. And what it is I know how it feels to be able to spend on a team. I know how it feels to be able to pay referees, to be able to pay for transport, for food, for these kids. Sure. Most of the challenges that these teams are going through are known by them. So the best thing that I've thought with my colleagues in the team was so far, the vice chairperson has already gone through unopposed, and also we have the youth representative who has also gone through already unopposed. We have Mambo Dixon, vice chair, and also Zephania Mwanza, youth representative, and also the other two that are yet to be elected. To be elected, yes. They did the new nominations, that was last week. And so what I have decided to do is to be able to allow contributions from each and every one of us, each and every person that has got an idea. We've got the business houses, we've got also these companies that are around us. There are people who know how that money can be tapped.
So you are going to bring companies. Everyone on board?
All those with ideas, all those who will be able to help us get that sponsorship, get that resource that we will need in order to run the affairs of football in the province will be brought on board.
Yeah, now there are a lot of complaints that are coming from various clubs, particularly directed to the EXCO. And how are you going to harness this issue in terms of lessening the complaints coming from clubs? I'll just cite a few examples, like in terms of biased disciplinary decisions, unaccommodative leadership, just to mention a few.
Okay, Zimba, before I come to that one, the main complaints that are coming from the officials that own clubs or that are running clubs can be addressed just before the league starts. You are supposed to have a stakeholders meeting where you'll be able to look at these challenges and
so the way forward. So you are saying that will be a new approach, your new approach to,
yes,
to leadership?
Exactly. So before we start the league, we will be able to invite the stakeholders. We will be able to, we'll be able to call for a stakeholders meeting so that we look at how we fared, what are the challenges, how are we going to improve our football in the province. So the people that own the teams, the people that surround us, they have got also better ideas, which when received and also added, or let me say, if we allow them to speak, we allow them to give us what they have, what they feel can improve football, that is going to help us be able to grow our football in the province.
We've got a lot of walkovers in the league. That's not healthy. How are you going to tackle that issue?
That is a very big problem, and actually that's the complaint that I'm actually receiving from most of these teams. That one can be addressed. Just as I've said, when you invite when you call for a stakeholders meeting, and also in addition, we are going to actually zone these teams so that we shorten the distances that they are covering. That will actually lessen the expense. That is, okay. on the side of the club. Yeah. It will lessen because they will have just to cover short distances.
So meaning there will be no walkovers?
No, those walkovers will not be there. And when after they've played according to distances that according to the zones that we've made, those that we made first champions in those zones will now call for playoffs.
Okay.
We'll go to a central place, then invite everyone to come and then the games will be played.
The lack of transparency in the issue has also been a thorny issue. How are you going to do that in your administration?
You know, in leadership, we should learn to involve everyone. What we are going to do is everyone should know, even the clubs should know what is it that we are receiving. How much is the grant that the office receives? And also, after we've done the fundraising, we've gone round, we've written letters and then received something to the office, we will also be able to call and say we have these funds, we have these monies that we have sourced. How are we going to spend it? How are we going to do our activities as a province? Not just the 5 of us who will be elected. I know we are already there, but
okay. No, I like your confidence.
Yes, please. Not just the 5 of us to make a decision the same. No, we'll be able to call for a stakeholders meeting and also make a decision together.
Grassroots football is also an issue that, you know, I've actually realized personally that it's not actually up to standard.
That is actually the foundation.
Yes. So how are you going to improve that?
How we're going to improve it is I have decided to create what I'm calling centers of excellence in each district.
Okay.
And also be able to make sure that these coaches from the various districts are given professional training, are trained to be able to handle these kids. And then also the leagues, under 13 and under 15, we want to revamp these leagues. We want to bring up these leagues so that they can be active in these areas. And also, once that is done, we're encouraging all the districts to come up with district select side or district teams. It will be this time around. It will be this time when a district is called for a competition. Each district has to pick the best players in their district.
Yes.
Let's say under 15 boys or girls, under 17 boys or girls. So when we say this time it is under 15, the district will bring a full squad, a full team to whatever venue that we are going to pick.
Okay.
And and the selectors will be there. The youth and the TD will take a center stage in this so that they will be able to pick a provincial team from those that are coming from the district.
Okay.
And after they have picked those from they have come up with a provincial team, they will be brought to the provincial center of excellence and be prepared. Prepare them for another interprovincial competition out there. If that is not yet there, we'll be able to create friendly games with the other provinces.
Sure.
Most of the time, so that our kids are able to play with others from other provinces, so that they get exposed.
Sure. Women football, I'm sure you do agree with me that NorthWestern province has actually, you know, also contributed to the national team in terms of women. A lot of girls have come from this province to the national team. But in terms of football, women football management, it's not up to standard. How are you going to improve that?
I think women football, the province is not doing very well. I think the introduction of the provincial league has actually created a very big problem. All the district leagues have died off. And so as I come, as I get the mantle for chairmanship, as I become chair on Tuesday, I'm going to reverse this. We are going to make sure that these girls or the women teams begin to
have their own league.
To have their own leagues in their districts.
Okay.
So that those that will emerge best will now meet for playoffs. Then we'll pick the best to go to the national team, to go for a national competition. The issue is the the provincial league that is there has paralyzed the district league. District league is not there. And then there are a lot of walkovers. Most of these girls' teams do not have sponsorship. And so they are not able to travel from here to Mununga, from here to Kasempa. And so you would find that there are a lot of walkovers, more than 5 walkovers. And that is not normal. Sure. So we would want to lessen the cost, to reduce the cost on the team's side by actually zoning them.
League sponsorship, do you have anything in?
Yes, that is actually one task that I have with my team. The moment we are enthroned on Tuesday, we are going to start to set the ball rolling. We will go flat out looking for sponsorship because we would want to have stiff competitions. For a league that is being played, we'd want to find a sponsor for it. We'd want to have a trophy.
So how many trophies are you going to? Because we don't seem to have any, apart from just the independence.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm not the chair yet. So as I become chair on Tuesday, that is what I want to lobby for. We have so many companies around and business houses who are able, but reaching out has been a problem for the previous regime. So this time around, as I become chair on Tuesday, I'll reach out to these parastatals, to all these business houses, and be able to collaborate with them, be able to make appointments and meet them, and also just request for these tournaments actually.
Thank you very much for appearing on Mwanga's Finest.
Thank you.
I wish you success in the coming elections.
Thank you.
Going to scope.
Please, thank you so much. Thank you.
But before we go, I'll just give you 1 minute to appeal to your voters.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Zimba. Good evening, viewers. My name is Sakulenga Brand, the incoming chair for FAZ NorthWestern Province. This evening, I would like to request you, the club officials, the sponsors of these teams that we have in the province, that I'm here as your person to provide leadership to our football in the province. It is time for me. I feel I'll be able to do it better for you. I'm here to play an open door police. I'm here to actually be able to provide that which was not being provided in the previous regime. So please give me your vote and take my leadership as you come on Tuesday, so that you'll be able to see what God has put in me as Brian Sakulenga, as your new chairperson in the province. And I'll be able to do that which would require me to do it for you. At whatever time that would want to advise, that would want to make a contribution, my office will be open for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brian, for appearing on Mwanga's Finest. I'll meet you on Tuesday.
Please.
Sure.
Thank you. And God bless you.
Great. There you are. This has been Mwanga's Finest. My guest today was Brian Sakulenga, who's actually vying for FAZ NorthWestern Province, chairman leadership there. Meet you in the next edition.